Hey everybody, Danny Vega here, aka Keto Counterculture, and I'm here at Critical Bench, and I want to talk to you guys about building muscle on a ketogenic diet. A lot of people have been asking over the years, especially as ketogenic diets grow in popularity, can you build muscle on keto? Okay, let me be straight with you all. First of all, I did not build most of the muscle that I carry on a ketogenic diet, so I want to just be upfront with you. Because sometimes when people are talking about building muscle on ketogenic diets, my name is thrown around, and it wouldn't be fair for me to say that I built this body on a ketogenic diet. What I can tell you is that for the past 2 years on a ketogenic diet, I've done every single thing that you're supposed to do to lose muscle, and I haven't. And that's the first thing that I want to talk to you guys about. On a ketogenic diet, it's gonna be very hard to lose muscle because keto diets are very protein sparing. They're very muscle sparing. You can consume less protein because the bioavailability of the amino acids that you're consuming it's much higher. That being said, if you are starting a ketogenic diet, this is the most important part because this is why people quit ketogenic diets, especially meatheads like us, all right? In that first month, training is gonna suck. Your pumps are gonna suck. Your energy's probably gonna suck as well, unless you're coming off like a bodybuilding show where your carbs were already low and your fat was low. All of these things are not going to be great at first. You have to manage your expectations and you have to make sure that you're getting adequate electrolytes. I always recommend people that they take a good magnesium source, like a chelated magnesium glycinate. Make sure that your sodium is up. It's very important to keep your sodium up. Good potassium, a good amount of potassium. A few things that you can do. One supplement is called Zip Fizz. It's available at Costco, for instance. It has 950 milligrams of potassium. And of course, avocados are a very ketogenic food, very high in potassium. The other thing that you want to also look at is the type of training that you're doing. Because of the fact that you're not bringing in all these carbohydrates during your workout or around your workout, you're not going to be able to do these crazy amounts of volume that you would do. It doesn't mean that you're not going to build muscle, because that I do not agree with. I think you can build muscle on a ketogenic diet. You just have to be mindful of your training. So the type of training that you do is important. Something that's very overlooked, especially if you're coming from a background where you were obese before and you're trying to lose weight. What I tend to see sometimes is that people take their protein way too low. And I have been able to do a lower protein version of keto, and I would say that's probably because I'm very metabolically flexible. But I would say especially in the first 3 weeks, you want to make sure that protein is high. So I'm not going to use my recommendations. I'm going to go with the pros. Dr. Finney and Dr. Volek, Dr. Stephen Finney and Dr. Jeff Volek, who are to me the keto godfathers who've been doing this for 4 decades, they recommend 0.6 to 1.0 grams of protein per pound of lean body mass, okay? If you want to do on the higher end of that, it's a very simple calculation. Let's say you're a 200-pound male with 10% body fat. That would mean that 180 pounds of your weight is lean mass. That would mean that your protein would be at 180, all right? You also want to make sure that your fat is adequate. So one way to look at it is, ketogenic diets are usually 65 to 80% fat. If you're on the lower end, that would be like about 180 grams of fat, which would be 1-to-1 protein to fat ratio. If you want to be closer to the 80% range, that would be, of course, 360 grams of fat, which would be closer to 85% or maybe a little bit more. The most important thing is that you have enough fat, because as you go on and you want to continue doing a ketogenic diet, fat is going to be your fuel. So you want to make sure that you have adequate fat so you can fuel those workouts. Other than that, train the way you always trained before, but just know that especially in that first couple of months, you're not going to be able to handle the same amount of volume as you did before. You will be later on, and doing cardio, doing things like that, that's going to help. It's going to be very helpful. And I honestly think that cardio and all those conditioning exercises help with hypertrophy anyways. So can you build muscle on a ketogenic diet? Yes, you can. You want to make sure that you're getting enough protein, make sure that you're getting enough electrolytes, and make sure that your fat is enough. And of course, make sure that you're training, because the number one thing is the training stimulus. And a lot of people ask me, what are the perfect macro ratios? What should I be eating like to gain muscle on a ketogenic diet? That's important, but if you're not training intense and you're not giving those muscles a reason to grow, then you're not going to grow. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you like it, make sure that you share it with your friends, hit that like button, and comment on the video.